Hello students, let's continue our lecture on angina pectoris. Nitrates. Mechanism of action of nitrates in stable angina. Nitrates decrease oxygen demand of cardiac cell. The main mechanism of action of nitrates in stable angina is decreased oxygen demand of cardiac cell. Nitrates are mainly venodilators. So pooling of blood in veins occur. So decrease in venous return. That causes decrease in preload. That means decrease in end diastolic volume of ventricles. Due to decrease in end diastolic volume of ventricles, ventricular size decreases. That means radius decreases and tension required in ventricle decreases. According to Laplace law, tension is directly proportional to radius. So less radius, less tension in the ventricular wall. Due to less radius and less tension in ventricular wall, there will be better ventricular emptying. That means there is decrease in cardiac work, and that causes decreased oxygen demand of cardiac cell. This is the mechanism of action of nitrates in stable angina. That is, nitrates cause decreased oxygen demand of cardiac cell. Nitrates are mainly venodilators, but they also cause less arteriolar dilation. That causes slight decrease in total peripheral resistance, that is slight decrease in afterload, and slight decrease in afterload also causes decrease in cardiac work. Mechanism of action of nitrates in virulent angina. Nitrates increase blood supply, that is oxygen supply, to ischemic area. Autoregulation. Myocardial ischemia induced arteriolar dilation. Collaterals, that is arterioles, open up to compensate less blood flow to ischemic subendocardial zone. Due to opening of collaterals, some amount of blood is diverted to ischemic zone. Arterioles of occluded branch are fully dilated in response to hypoxia in an attempt to compensate for decreased blood flow to ischemic zone. Now I can show with the help of diagram. This is large coronary artery which divides into small arteries. Small arteries divide into arterioles. If there is occlusion in the small artery, what will happen? Blood is flowing through large coronary artery. Through occluded vessel, less amount of blood will flow because of occlusion, and more amount of blood will flow in the normal small artery. Now, this is ischemic subendocardial zone. Due to ischemic subendocardial zone, there will be dilation of arterioles in response to hypoxia. So there will be dilation of arterioles due to ischemia, that is autoregulation, and also there will be opening of collaterals so that some amount of blood is diverted to ischemic zone. Some amount of blood is diverted to ischemic zone. Nitrates cause vasodilation. So nitrates dilate large coronary artery without reducing autoregulation. Autoregulation we have already studied. Myocardial ischemia induced arteriolar dilation. Nitrates also dilate collaterals. So blood supply to ischemic subendocardial zone is increased. So increased blood supply, that is oxygen supply to ischemic area. This is the mechanism of action of nitrates in variant angina. Nitrates increase blood supply, that is oxygen supply to ischemic area. Now I can show with the help of diagram. This is the large coronary artery, divides into small arteries, and small arteries divide into arterioles. Here are collaterals. Collaterals open up due to autoregulation, and due to ischemic subendocardial zone, there is dilatation of arterioles as shown in the diagram. Now nitrates dilate large coronary artery. Without reducing autoregulation. Autoregulation means myocardial ischemia induced arteriolar dilation. Due to this ischemia, arterioles in this area are dilated due to autoregulation. Now mechanism of action of nitrates. Nitrates dilate large coronary artery and nitrates dilate collaterals. So more blood is flowing in the large coronary artery due to dilatation of large coronary artery. In the occluded vessel, small blood will pass, and in the normal vessel, normal small artery, more amount of blood will pass. Now this extra blood passing through the normal small artery will get diverted to the ischemic area through the collaterals due to dilatation of collaterals that is caused by nitrate. So blood supply to the ischemic subendocardial zone is increased. So increased blood supply, that is oxygen supply to ischemic area. That is the main mechanism of action of nitrates in variant angina. Increased blood supply or oxygen supply to ischemic area is the main mechanism of action of nitrates in variant angina. Dipyridamole is arteriolar dilator. In spite of being an arteriolar dilator, dipyridamole is not used in angina pectoris as it increases anginal attacks. It increases anginal attacks. So dipyridamole is not used in angina pectoris. How dipyridamole increases attacks of angina can be explained with the help of this diagram. Autoregulation is abolished due to dipyridamole. Dipyridamole is an arterial dilator, so it dilates arterioles and increases blood flow towards the normal area at the expense of ischemic area where arterioles are fully dilated. This is termed as worsening of myocardial ischemia due to coronary steal phenomenon. Dipyridamole stole extra blood and gave it to normal side instead of ischemic side. Therefore, dipyridamole is not used as it increases anginal attacks. Now coming to the diagram, this is large coronary artery that divides into small arteries, and these small arteries divide into arterioles, and this is ischemic subendocardial zone. Now blood is flowing in the large coronary artery, less blood is flowing in the occluded vessel, and more blood is flowing in the normal vessel. If we give dipyridamole, autoregulation is abolished. Autoregulation is abolished. That means extra blood will not be diverted from normal side to ischemic side. So blood flow is increased towards the normal side. at the expense of ischemic side. So that results in worsening of myocardial ischemia, and that phenomenon is known as coronary steal phenomenon, because diparacetamol stole extra blood and gave it to normal side instead of ischemic side. So because autoregulation is abolished, and diparacetamol is arterial dilator, so in the normal side there will be dilatation of arterioles. So diparacetamol is an arterial dilator, so it dilates the arterioles in the normal side. But in the ischemic side, arterioles are already fully dilated due to ischemia. So in the ischemic side, there will be no further dilatation of arterioles because they are maximally dilated due to ischemia. But in the normal side, arterioles will be dilated and autoregulation is also abolished. So extra blood will move towards the normal side instead of ischemic side. So there will be worsening of myocardial ischemia, and that is known as coronary steal phenomenon. And diparacetamol is not used in angina pectoris as it increases anginal attacks. Other vasodilators like diparacetamol, even calcium channel blockers, are not used for acute attacks of angina pectoris because they do not decrease preload. Nitrates' main mechanism of action in stable angina is to decrease preload, but diparacetamol and calcium channel blockers do not decrease preload. Therefore, they are not used for treatment of acute attack of angina pectoris. The other reason why diparacetamol and calcium channel blockers are not used is they do not have any effect on collaterals, because nitrates dilate collaterals. So extra amount of blood is diverted from normal side to ischemic side. But diparacetamol and calcium channel blockers have no effect on collaterals. Diparacetamol and calcium channel blocker do not affect blood flow to ischemic region. So diparacetamol and calcium channel blockers are not used for the treatment of acute attacks of angina pectoris. Nitrates are mainly venodilators. They cause less arteriolar dilatation. They are mainly venodilators as aldehyde dehydrogenase is found mainly in veins. Because the enzyme aldehyde dehydrogenase is found mainly in the veins, therefore nitrates are mainly venodilators. Next we will study nitrates' mechanism of action as vasodilator. Nitrates is acted upon by enzyme aldehyde dehydrogenase, and the process is known as denitration. So nitrates release nitric oxide due to denitration. Nitric oxide diffuses in adjacent smooth muscle cells of tunica media of blood vessel wall and stimulates guanylyl cyclase. Guanylyl cyclase stimulation helps in conversion of GTP into cyclic GMP. Cyclic GMP stimulates protein kinase G. Protein kinase G helps in dephosphorylation of myosin light chain. We know that phosphorylation of myosin light chain maintains contractility. So dephosphorylation of myosin light chain will cause relaxation of smooth muscle cells of tunica media of blood vessel wall. So relaxation of smooth muscle cells of tunica media of blood vessel wall result in vasodilation. So nitrates cause vasodilation and is therefore helpful in the treatment of angina pectoris. Mechanism of action of nitrate as vasodilator is important. blood vessel wall is composed of three layers: tunica intima, that is the innermost layer; tunica media, that is the middle layer; and tunica adventitia, that is the outer layer. So tunica intima contains endothelial cells. Tunica media contains smooth muscle cells, and tunica adventitia contains collagen fibers. So smooth muscle cells are mainly present in tunica media, and contraction of smooth muscle cells of tunica media result in vasoconstriction. Contraction of smooth muscle cells of tunica media result in vasoconstriction, and relaxation of smooth muscle cells of tunica media result in vasodilation. So in case of angina pectoris, when we give nitrates, nitrates undergo denitration. It is acted upon by enzyme aldehyde dehydrogenase, and nitrates release nitric oxide. Now this nitric oxide diffuses in adjacent smooth muscle cells of tunica media of blood vessel wall and stimulates guanylyl cyclase. Guanylyl cyclase helps in conversion of GTP into cyclic GMP. Now this cyclic GMP stimulates protein kinase G. Protein kinase G helps in dephosphorylation of myosin light chain. Phosphorylation of myosin light chain maintains the contractility of smooth muscle cells. So dephosphorylation of myosin light chain will cause relaxation of smooth muscle cells of tunica media of blood vessel wall. So relaxation of smooth muscle cells of tunica media of blood vessel wall will result in vasodilation. So it is helpful in treatment of angina pectoris by vasodilation. So this is the main mechanism of action of nitrates as vasodilator. I have also shown in the diagram that is cyclic GMP. Cyclic GMP is metabolized by phosphodiesterase 5. We will study about this later at the time of drug interaction of nitrates. Mechanism of action of nitrates in unstable angina. In case of unstable angina, nitrates cause relief of coronary spasm, decrease myocardial oxygen demand, and nitrates also have antiplatelet action. Now let's revise nitrates mechanism of action. So nitrates mechanism of action in case of stable angina is to decrease oxygen demand of cardiac cell. So nitrates are venodilators. So they cause pooling of blood in veins. So decrease in venous return to heart, decrease preload, decrease end diastolic volume, and decrease end diastolic volume decreases ventricular size. So according to Laplace law, if radius is less, tension will be less. So in the ventricular wall, tension will be less. So less radius and less tension will result in better ventricular emptying. That decreases cardiac work, and that causes decrease in oxygen demand of cardiac cell. So this is the main mechanism of action of nitrates in stable angina. Now in case of violent angina, nitrates cause increased blood supply, that is oxygen supply to ischemic area. How does it happen? Nitrates cause dilation of large coronary artery. Nitrates cause dilatation of large coronary artery, and nitrates also dilate collaterals. But autoregulation is not reduced. That means myocardial ischemia induced arterial dilatation is maintained. So nitrates dilate large coronary artery and also dilate collateral. Due to that, more blood is flowing through the large coronary artery, and due to dilatation of collateral, extra blood is diverted from normal side to ischemic side. So nitrates help in increased blood supply or oxygen supply to ischemic area. In case of unstable angina, nitrates cause relief of coronary spasm, decrease myocardial oxygen demand, and antiplatelet action. We will continue our discussion on drugs for angina pectoris in our next lecture.